Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? There's some shit I need to talk about, man. Well, not some shit. There's something I want to talk about. I want to talk about these fucking prices. I am really getting sick of these ticket prices. I'm sick of Triple H coming around here thinking he can overcharge people $10,000 just to go to WrestleMania. Dude, do you know that prices are going up lately? Bro, listen. Do you know how many prices, how much shit's going up? Dude, a fucking carton of eggs will cost me like, well, I go to Save Lot, so it'll cost me like $2. But a carton of eggs will be like $3 or $4, nigga. You feel me? A carton of juice will cost you $4 or $5. Listen, man, orange juice will cost you like $5. Orange juice, and that's vitamin D. I thought it was healthy for you. Orange juice will cost you $5, bro. Get the fuck out of here. What do you think? What makes you think that people are gonna spend $800 just for to go there by themselves? The cheapest ticket for WrestleMania is literally they said for WrestleMania 42, and I don't know if this is the right information, but I heard no. When I looked it up, when I looked this shit up, I looked it up, and they said the cheapest ticket is $854. Last year it was like about $700 for a 2 day event where you get a platinum ticket, VIP ticket, and all other shit. Well, fuck all that. See, WWE's doing all that shit so they can satisfy you, and and they'll have you think like, oh, they're giving me VIP tickets. $800 is worth it to spend. $800 is worth it. You know. Well, think about the food prices. Think about those arena prices, man. No, the state controls that. It's the state to come up with those rules and those laws and those prices and shit. And of course, the state's gonna raise that shit up, right? And it's already messed up nowadays where people can barely afford food. EBT's running out. People are throwing fits about the EBT shit. But it's like, dude, if you guys have jobs, then what the fuck are you complaining for? TKO just doesn't give a damn. And corporate businesses and business don't care. All they care is about what's going to be in their pockets. They rather see a lot of people who work 9 to 5, who got to go home, take care of their kids, and go to work the next day. And you know what I'm saying? Probably got a YouTube channel, and you want to take their fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. I'm getting sick of these fucking prices. NXT is way better than SmackDown, Raw, AEW, and Shawn Michaels is better booker than Triple H. NXT beats AEW every time. Shawn Michaels does care for his fans. I agree. I agree. It's all right. I don't catch some of the NXT. I have to start catching it in AEW. You know, but yeah. See, one thing I respect for Shawn, he books the black people. I respect him for that. At least he understands, like, dude, no matter what race you are, you could be purple and black. You're gonna be champion if you're a star. You know what I'm saying? So I respect him for that. I don't know. I don't know. People are saying that Triple H is burying his superstars and Shawn Michaels stars because of his situation, the current call where Triple H got buried and Shawn Michaels was champion. But if that's true, like, dude, you were a jobber and Shawn Michaels was a star, you know. But these fucking ticket prices, I don't get it. You know, they said the lowest seat, right? Not the lowest, but the highest seat below, right? They said the most price they're gonna charge people is like $70,000, $70,000, right? And if you got the money for that, good for you, good for you. But what about us people who work 9 to 5s, who got side jobs, and you know what I'm saying, who don't make the money like you guys do? You know what I'm saying? Who's not worth 20,000 a month? If you're not at least worth 100,000 a month, you can't afford these tickets. You can't afford these tickets. You feel me? If society's gonna pay you $15, $10 an hour to go work, you know what I'm saying? You're getting paid, you're working 40, 50 hours. Why the fuck would I want to sit here and pay for a $10,000 ticket while I could go take some of that money I don't know, go buy a house. I could take some of that money and go build a farm. I could build a weed shop or something. You feel me? I could do something else with that money. You know. And again, and I said to myself this twice today. There's some fans, who are younger fans, who are about 12 years old, 16 years old, who don't understand. You don't really understand what it's like to be an adult. You gotta pay your bills, you gotta pay for food, and prices are up, and everything costs money. It's some of these states have state tax, right? They don't know what that's like. They haven't hit that stage yet, but they're on their own. So they'll think, oh, hey, we'll spend 10,000 to go to WrestleMania. We'll spend 700 to go to WrestleMania. And there's some dumb adults, the 21-year-olds, and you got the 50-year-olds or whoever, who just, you know what I'm saying? Except for the ones who are worth, like I said, about 30, 50K a month at least. They don't have a problem with that. But people going broke out their ways who are worth at least 2,000 a month. I get paid about, I'm not even going to say it online, but I don't get paid at least 1,000 a week, right? I don't get paid at least 1,000 a week at my job. But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit up here and waste my fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And WWE needs to understand. Well, TKO, Silver Lake by itself, they don't give a shit. And Ari Emanuels, you ass understand what we got to do with? Well, not me. I'm not paying for the fucking tickets. I just paid for a $100 ticket at Raw in March. $100 ticket, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Now, why don't you charge people $100 for a WrestleMania? Why don't you charge the middle row $100? You know why you won't do that? Because you guys are money greedy fucks. You are so fucking greedy. You want to take all the people's money. And and it's like, I can't even be mad at you guys no more. You guys are too corporate to where the point where, hey, just give me 10,000 WrestleMania. You can come here. I'll feed you. Just pay me another $2,000, And they're getting worse every week. Main event for next 4 years, Braun versus Jimmy and Jay. No, seriously, man. Listen, man. The whole Jay Uso Jimmy shit, they should just be a tag team. They're 40 years old. I think they should run the tag team with the Hardys. I think the Usos and the Hardys should be running the tag team division. Those two tag teams should be running that shit, bro. You feel me? And think about it. They're still going strong. The Hardys are still going strong at 48, 52, or 51, right? So it's like, why aren't you putting Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso in that shit, man? But that's the problem, right? I'm sick and tired of these fucking prices. And with main events like that, FHJI, nobody is gonna go to these shows. And WWE Silver Lake is so fucking stupid they can't say, yo, you know what? They should look at all the backlash that's going on. They should look at the backlash that's going on from all the people who don't want to see the shit and all the prices that's going on. I can't watch any more Yeet entrances, 5 minutes long and shit. No, man, thank you. Because I don't know why people want to sit up here. Well, the whole world understands this shit. Everybody knows Jey Uso. The whole Yeeting gets skin is so annoying. Dude, you're not The Undertaker. You're not The Rock. The Undertaker had the long entrance because he was a dead man walking. Jose Hernandez was good, man. 10 grand? No, seriously. Well, the max around there. Like I said, WrestleMania 42, they're going to at least fucking be about 60, 70K. Right? Yeah, for the Saturday Night Main Event. That's what they said about. They said the max is like 9,400. About 9,000, if I'm correct. The max, it says 9,000. But think about this, man. You got people who work 50, 60 hours, maybe 40 hours. Do you think they're going to spend their time and just get a $10,000 ticket? Do you think so, Ari Emanuels? Ari Emanuels, answer my question. Do you think with all these people working, do you think they're going to spend their fucking money, hard-earned money, for a ticket? To go see, what, John Cena versus Gunther? No, for real. John Cena hasn't been here for like what, 2 weeks now? He hasn't been here for 2 weeks. I even made a video and said, yo, John Cena should just retire immediately. because they're wasting your Triple H is wasting your retirement tour. You know what I'm saying? You like, dude, you can't even hold the championship for the whole fucking year. That's the least I want to see. John Cena with the championship, making memorable title matches. I don't care if it's Cena versus Brock. If Brock beats him, so what? Now that'll be better. But none of these people are showing up. I paid $100 for a ticket for the 13th row at WrestleMania 14. That's what's up, man. $100? Yo, I don't think I'll ever go to WrestleMania. Ever, bro. Ever. I never went to a WrestleMania. That's really fucked up. And I'm mad at Silver Lake. Silver Lake fucked it up. I can't even at least spend at least $200 for a middle row ticket. That's fine. But dude, I'm gonna spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I paid $250 for my seat at Monday Night Raw. It wasn't even for Raw last year. Which row was it, Jose? I spent $114 on the whatchamacallit. It was a middle row. I think it was the middle row, and then I was on the side where you can see the entrance, right? How can I say it? I was on section 114. I was on a row section 114 or 116. So it's kind of decent. The middle row. Okay. Yeah, see, I kind of was in the. Yeah, I was in the middle row, man. It's not so bad. To me, it wasn't that bad. I could catch all the entrance and all the wrestlers coming out there and shit, so that was cool. Yo, I got some videos on my YouTube channel. I gotta go check them out. They gotta go through the shorts and shit. They're from in March. You gotta check like the wrestling live videos. Just go through. You'll see like Rhea Ripley, CM Punk, and all them. But yeah, man, I had a guy. It was a decent seat for me. I can't complain. But like, I don't know if you guys work. If you work part time or full time. See, because Ari Emanuel's ain't understanding. People like us who work or have a hustle, don't work or whatever you guys got, and we're gonna spend $10,000 to go see John Cena versus Gunther. What the fuck? See, them niggas are so corporate. They're not gonna care about these decisions that are gonna be happening. Gunther, what, winning the Royal Rumble? Been so many fake punches and kicks in WWE lately. It looks so bad. No, it really does. It really looks so bad. Like, I even looked up DC Amplified's video, right? He was talking about how the women wrestlers are playing gymnastics in the ring. No, seriously, I understand what he's saying too. I understand too, because it's like, dude, why the fuck are you guys, bro, stop botching. Stop fucking botching, bro. Stop botching. And that's the problem, bro. Nobody cares. Everybody wants to look good for the camera. They want to eat hot Cheetos. They just want to drink Prime all day and go on their phones. That's all this society is doing nowadays, bro. And you wonder why nobody gives a fuck about this shit, bro. Nobody cares about this shit. Becky Lynch sucks now. She is so bad. She really does. Listen. That's what I would do, right? And I'm gonna take this idea from Stevie Richards and Fitz Russo. I don't give a fuck. Becky Lynch should come out on Raw. The Fisher cuts a promo, right? The Fisher cuts a promo. Becky Lynch comes out and says, yo, look, I told my husband I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna tell you this, Paul Heyman. You're nothing but a fat loser. You're nothing but a little fat bitch that comes out here and houses like a little hoe from Punk to Roman to Brock, and you come out here like you're a big vision. But in reality, you couldn't keep ECW on its feet. You can't keep your business. You can't keep the lights on. You can't keep the bills paid. You can't keep the food in the refrigerator. You think you could make this group succeed? Dude, these guys would succeed. Like really, Braun Breaker and Braun Tariq could succeed and be more successful than Paul Heyman. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if Becky would have said some shit like that, that would have caused some heat. Like Paul Heyman would have got violated. And you know what I'm saying? It'll be some heat for Becky. And Fisher will try to take her out. What should happen is this, right? Why don't you give her a tsunami? Give her a spear and a tsunami. Take her out. And instead Rollins is cutting the promos to social media. He goes off. Let's say he goes to the gym, right? Seth Rollins goes to promo in the gym. He just goes off. He takes his weights, whatever, he just throws them and breaks the mirror. Like, really. You could take. Let me show you this. You could take shit. He could take it and just, I don't know, yank it across the mirror or something, break some glass. He's like, ooh, I'm coming back, Paul. You know what I'm saying? And 2 weeks later, he comes out there and beats his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's some wrestling shit. Now, if you want to do Seth versus Braun Breaker, there you go. I got some shit for you right there. I got some shit for you, Triple H. Well, of course, Silver Lake won't listen to that. Silver Lake just wants to charge. I don't know. They want to probably promote and send me a fucking email saying, why don't you go buy a WrestleMania ticket for $20,000? You know, we're going to have Brock Lesnar there, Roman Reigns there. Nigga, fuck you in your $62,000. Why don't you make good storylines? Why don't you reduce these tickets? Ari Emanuel's. Reduce these ticket prices. Maybe people will show up to these shows. People will show up to these shows. Mark Shapiro had the nerve to say that Vince McMahon was only the fans' wages. When he said it's ridiculous. It was only the fans' wages. Are you saying that Vince McMahon was charging families, or are you saying that Vince McMahon made affordable charges for these fans, for the people, like he didn't overprice them or nothing? Yeah, I understand. I mean, is that what you're saying? Because I feel you though on that. And I don't know what Mark Shapiro was trying to say. Okay, yeah, because I knew that. I knew it. Because, yeah, Vince McMahon, there might be times where shit overcharged. It's business. And that's a once in a while blue. You know what I mean? And when inflation's going up and every year, 10 or 20 years going by, prices are going to go up. Dude, rent used to cost you $400. Rent used to cost you like $400. My mother said, rent used to cost me $300. Literally, she'll tell you, like $300. This is what, like 95, 94, right? So, I just feel like it's going to get worse for 2040, right? It's like wrestling won't be around if they're going to keep doing this shit. Do you think wrestling going to be around if they keep doing this shit? I think Silver Lake should just reduce that shit down. Because there's going to be a lot of backlash. There's going to be people on TikTok talking about this. He said wrestling is going to be a 9 to 5 in 2040. No, for real. Real, man. Yeah. We can't afford tickets when these smoke alarm batteries are expensive. Thank you. That's the problem. We can't afford these tickets, especially if car insurance is up. Dude, I'm 24. I haven't got my license yet. I'm not even ashamed. You know why I'm not ashamed of not getting my license yet at 24? Because these car prices are high as fuck. These car prices are high as shit. Now I understand you still got to pay for insurance, and that's good. That by law you still have to pay for insurance, if I'm correct. Because my grandma say you have to pay for insurance no matter what. But at the end of the day, you got to have insurance. And I think by law, you should have insurance either way. But like, come on, man. Why the fuck should I do that? And well, I'm not gonna get a $10,000 ticket. I mean, I'm still gonna drive. I don't know when I'm getting my license. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I got a whole fucking e-bike. Whole e-bike, no kids. Shit, I don't give a fuck. And he's still not gonna have me pay 10,000 for no tickets. No, I got investments coming up. I don't give a damn about no $10,000 for no ticket. I want to make 10. I want to make 10,000 in a week. I don't give. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you, bro. I lost my job last year, and my dad's paid for my car. It's kind of not worth it, low key. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that, bro. Sorry to hear about that. I'm sure you'll get a new job. I'm sure you'll be back on your feet. You plan on working again? Took me almost a year to get a full-time job. I feel you, man. With shit like this, right? People finding jobs. You're dealing with your shit, right? TKO and Ari Emanuel's are just laughing at us like, well, we're making all the dough here. You know? You can always get you a $10,000 ticket whenever you feel right. The fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just laughing at us, bro. And this dude he probably got a lot of money. This nigga Ari Emanuel. He's probably got a shitload of money, bro. To where he don't give a fuck. Like, dude, why don't you take some of that money? Take some of that fucking money, right? I don't know. Take some of it and shove it up your ass, bro. But no, seriously, man. I would really talk to my peoples or something, bro. Like, Ari Emanuel's need to make this rule. He needs to reduce these ticket prices. Because there was an article from Wrestling News Mike. Or some shit. Wrestling News Mike on Instagram. There was an article. He said that SmackDown can't even sell out tickets. Right? They said they can't sell out tickets because the tickets were at 9,000. What? They said it was like 9,000. I don't believe that shit. No fucking way. So, here's the problem. WWE really reduced its prices up in a 60% increase, right? If you guys are realizing, this has been a 60% increase for a while. Ari Emanuel's just sold out WWE to the Saudis. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, with his little greedy ass. And Triple H said, yo, we can go with that. Because he's a yes man. Triple H is a yes man, right? Always a yes man. He lets his wrestlers not show up whenever the fuck he want. Like, really, he'll have his wrestlers not show up whenever the fuck they want. That's what I'm starting to see. Because Vince McMahon will have these niggas work very hard, right? We'll have them show up. Continue these shows. You gotta show up, nigga. That's your fucking job. That's your fucking job, nigga. But Triple H was to be the soft motherfucker. Not telling you, all right, man, yo, look, man. Do you think these people are gonna pay $10,000 for these tickets? Or The Rock, somebody. It doesn't matter if they can't. Nobody should be paying for that shit. You know what I'm saying? I should. Here's the rule, right? Here's a rule in the business. Always make sure the customers come back. You always got to make sure to come back. Like, if you're going to put out good food, right? You got to make sure it's good food. You got to continue that, right? There were still empty seats. Biggest Broncos you've ever seen. Back in the day, nobody does blow around Triple H. No, for real, man. Think about a business, right? You got to make sure your customers come back. You got to make sure they come back. You feel me? You can't just 1 week give them good food. You're giving me what? Like, I don't know, fucking strawberry pancakes, and it's good. Next week, you're going to give me, I don't know, you're going to give me a burnt pancake. Second week, you're going to give me a burnt pancake, right? And everybody was saying, Triple H was doing a good job in 2022 and 23. No, the fuck he wasn't. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. And that example I was talking about, that's what these people think of Triple H. They think that Triple H will put out good shit 1 week. You know, they'll say, well, Triple H makes mistakes and, you know, he's got interviews and shit to do. It doesn't matter. Ari Emanuel doesn't care what Triple H does. Because all he wants is the money. He wants to take money from our pockets and rob the fans. That's all. This really, at this point, this ain't really about the storyline no more. It's about the stupid decision that this motherfucker Ari Emanuel is doing. Overcharging these motherfuckers because for his greedy ass pockets, his greedy business, he feels like he could just take advantage of you people. No, y'all better say no. Listen, if I was some of you people, who want to spend these ticket prices and shit. Man, listen, I'll take a couple $100 every week and go put it in AI. Go put the. I just started investing in AI stocks. I'm not even gonna get into that, but I would really get into that if I were you guys. It's moderate buy. They're good reviews. My mother just made money off that shit too, so I really would suggest, you gotta try it out. But like, come on, man, there's other things people can do. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you just want to waste your money on a fucking ticket on a shitty show, and they don't care about putting on a good show. They're just putting in random shit just so they can get their money and go home. That's what I'm looking at it right now. You feel me? Fuck. They're gonna fuck up AJ Styles' career ending. No, they really are. They really are. They just have them win the titles with Dragon Lee. With Dragon Lee? Are you fucking kidding me? Dragon Lee? Dude, what? You could easily have Dragon Lee team up with Penta.
Oh, I don't know, man. Penta, he should win the Royal Rumble.
Fuck up. Some of these fans in IWC come up with the most stupid shit. Some of your takes are lame. You're boring and you're a fucking nerd. Okay? Okay? Literally, you could have Penta in a tag team with Dragon Lee. You could have, dude. In my personal opinion, dude, Penta and Dragon Lee are fit to be a tag team. They kind of look alike. They're luchadors. They're Mexican, if I'm correct. So yeah, they're fit to be a tag team. Have them with the Usos. You know, the Usos are back together. And here you go. Shit, you can make the Usos versus the luchadors. I don't care. People saying that Triple H was great at NXT creative, but he really wasn't. Putting the creative work is a guy named Ryan Ward. No, seriously, I was just talking about that too, about the Ryan Ward guy, right? I was just talking about that after I saw a D-Rick video from June, right? And I was gonna catch up on it, right? I caught it 4 months later, and I spoke on it just now, right? This is last month I did it, right? And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Is people really trying to bury black people in this company? Ryan Ward probably came up with the idea for Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose to perform the Shield, right? Good idea, right? He probably came up with an idea for, I don't know, Kevin Owens to turn on Sami Zayn. You feel me? All those ideas, right? I can't come up with any memorable moments in NXT. I just never was an NXT person. And remember, I was watching it. I just started watching wrestling in 2012, so I didn't give a shit about NXT. What happened? Black Craft Wrestling. Bring back that Go Rated R. No, for real, I want to go back to the ECW wrestling, the memorable moments and shit. But like I said, it's too corporate now, and Vince McMahon put the company, transform it into a family entertainment. 10,000 fucking dollars. I don't think if Vince McMahon even cares if he wants to step up. I don't know. But if I was Vince, I would have said, yo, this is unacceptable. Because Vince still owns TKO. He still owns that shit. I'm sure people are aware that he still owns it. Shane McMahon has a minor percentage of ownership to that company. So most of the owners is Vince McMahon and Triple H, right? Why isn't Vince McMahon stepping up and reducing these prices? Why isn't there any heat or, I don't know, wrestlers spoiling the fact that Vince McMahon's backstage and they're reducing ticket prices and shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like that right there, I don't know. But like I said, he's got too much money. He's got lawsuits and shit he's got to deal with. And he's got too much money to where, man, I don't give a fuck about this shit. I go start my own company somewhere else. I'll bring all my wrestlers over there with me. You feel what I'm saying? I'll leave Triple H dry and hot. Because he is not in control. Me either, I'm not a fan of NXT. Man, at the end of the day, Vince McMahon still owns that TKO shit. You feel me? He just got shit going on, you feel me? And he's got money to where, like I said, man, listen, I could just drop out the ownership and give it to Hunter, or whatever the fuck, and just let you niggas flop this shit. I'll make something new. If Vince ain't 100, he's not 100 years old yet, he's still 80. He could probably make a business in 2 or 3 years from now. You probably don't know that. You don't know. Not even 5. Yeah, he was going to start it, but I don't know. He was going to do XFL, right? It failed in 2001. It flopped, right? So he started again in 2019, right? But that flopped because of the COVID-19 situation, right? So it probably wasted his money. Or I don't know if he got his money back. I don't know. But that costs a lot of money for that shit. You know what I'm saying? See, one thing about Vince, he's gonna move up. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to do football, you know what I'm saying? He wants to compete with football. He's gonna compete with football. You feel me? He always wanted competition. He always made sure things were in business. You feel me? Now I understand he got horrible with his shitty booking or whatever in 2010s, but let's be real, wrestling was changing. Wrestling was changing. But he understood every week I'm gonna have AJ Styles or Dean Ambrose show up every week and continue the storyline with Dolph Ziggler. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have these two wrestle in a match. You feel what I'm saying? Like literally, with AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose, AJ Styles would defend his title against James Ellsworth like for like 2 weeks in a row for that title. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know people are gonna say, well, James Ellsworth was a jobber. AJ was just funny as a heel. AJ was funny as a heel, and just had an ugly dude named James. You feel me? And until later on, they fought for the WWE title. Dean Ambrose probably lost to the championship. Wait, Dean Ambrose lost. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, they continue storylines, bro. You feel me? And I don't know Ari Emanuel's his dumbass understands. Like, if if I'm gonna bring in more numbers, if I want the audience to grow and shit, I gotta come up with a fucking good storyline. But I gotta get on his ass. Cause he's gotta stop overcharging these people. Ari Emanuel's, he's probably got $100,000 probably waiting for him to buy his wife a dirty ass yachty or something. Don't be surprised. There's a lot of niggas like him who probably got money posted up to buy his own bitch a fucking yachty or some shit. Or a fucking garage. You know what I'm saying? Why are you overcharging us, bro? Why the fuck are you overcharging us, bro? Oh, let me guess. Let me guess. You're paying your you gotta pay for your son's $50,000 scholarship or some shit. I'm sure your bitch ass got enough of that. They can't get over Damian Priest though. Damian Priest was supposed to be the next Undertaker, but never happened. This is what I think about Damian Priest. I don't think it was gonna be like the next Undertaker. I don't. Yeah, he was. He was on some dark side character shit, right? You guys are right. But think about it, Undertaker was stronger than him. You know what I'm saying? Undertaker was stronger than him. Yeah. Even Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre would beat his ass. You know what I mean? I bet money on one of those two with Damian Priest. He's from the Bronx too, so he might be crazy. Damian might be crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I can't say he's not. Even Damian beat my ass because he's tall and he looks strong, but he's just tall and skinny. But you know he's a professional and shit, right? So tall man, kind of look like that, still probably beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? But they do with Damian Priest. Just put him in the U.S. title picture. Now if it's me, he'll just be in the U.S. title picture. Shit, he could just become a 20-time U.S. champion. He could win the title so many times for 10 years and, you know what I'm saying, become a 20-time U.S. champion. I don't know where Omos is at. I personally think Omos should be a security guard for Seth Rollins. Wait, was he? I don't know if he was. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't. Like, you know how he was a security guard for AJ Styles? I think Seth Rollins would be a perfect one for Seth and Becky. You feel what I'm saying? You could, you know what I'm saying? You got a big dude up there, would just kick you over your head, give you a terrorizing look. You know what I'm saying? If he could play that role good, then yeah, like him, yeah, bro. I liked him when he was world champion. He could have had potential. Yeah, Damian Priest world champion. Yeah, he was decent. He fought Jay Uso. Who else did he fought? I think he fought Jay Uso, Seth Rollins, and lost because of fucking Finn Balor. Like Damian could have just retained it. Like in my opinion, Damian should have just retained that title. So that way, him and Finn Balor can have a feud. Damian could beat Finn Balor, and Finn Balor officially lost his potential to be world champion after 10 fucking years. Like, dude, you lost every match for the past year. You know what I'm saying? Why the hell? You know what I'm saying? I feel like Damian should have retained, and I don't know who should have beat Damian. Hey, you gotta have Seth Rollins beat him. I don't give a shit. But not Jay Uso. Now, I swear to God, somebody come up here and say Jay Uso should have beat Damian. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna get mad. You feel me? But think about this, right? So let's say it's WrestleMania 43, right? No, fuck that. Let's say it's the Royal Rumble, right? The ticket price is the cheapest ticket is like $500. $500 the cheapest ticket, right? Naturally, the cheapest ticket is $700, right? Nowadays, it's fucked up. And we have, I don't know. Let's see. We have no tag team championships being defended. All we get is the women's Royal Rumble, right? If Jey Uso wins, I'm going nuclear. No, for real. Let's say we have the Royal Rumble, right? The cheapest ticket is $500, right? Stupid. The most highest ticket is $60,000, right? The Royal Rumble, we have the women's Royal Rumble. We have a women's Intercontinental Championship match, which I am sick of the women's Intercontinental title, right? We get the World Heavyweight Championship match, right? And the U.S. title championship match, and all these other matches that, let's say, I don't know, we're supposed to have Tiffany Stratton versus, no, Jade Cargill versus a returning Bianca Belair, right? And that shit's on SmackDown, right? They steady putting all, like I said, for Money in the Bank. What was going to happen for Money in the Bank? I think it was going to be Sheamus versus Rusev, right? And they just put that shit on Raw. We had 5 matches. Like, dude, I even said you could have break down 2 world heavyweight titles, right? I'd rather buy it from the week and bring it. No, for real though. I hear you on that. Just think about it. We have about 5 matches at the pay-per-view at the Royal Rumble. That's what I'm saying. We get the world title being defended, right? Let's say we get the Y6 versus the Usos or something. Cody Rhodes doesn't defend his WWE Championship at all. He does not defend his title at the Royal Rumble. And we get the men's Royal Rumble. And what? Sami Zayn wins the Royal Rumble? Just think about what I'm saying. Why the fuck would somebody pay $10,000 or $1,000 to go see that pay-per-view? That's basically what they're going to give you guys. That's basically what they're going to give you. A shitty-ass pay-per-view and a world title that's not going to be defended every pay-per-view because they're too cool and they're too good looking, or they just feel like they're too damn good or too damn grown to not wrestle every week. Dude. It'll be meaningless. No, for real. That, like what I just said, every match that could happen, imagine that pay-per-view. Imagine that would have happened for the Royal Rumble. Y'all wasted y'all fucking money. Y'all done wasted your money on that. Seriously. Y'all would have wasted your money on that. For real. I guarantee you a Survivor Series, that world title will not be defended. This is what I think that should happen, right? I think it's Saturday night main event. This is what I think that should happen, right? If WWE is smart and understands this, right? Have Braun Breaker cost everybody the world title. Have Braun Breaker cost it a no contest, right? A no contest. I don't give a shit, right? Adam Pearce comes out. He's like, I'm sick of this shit. You people think we can come out here and interrupt matches and make all the decisions by yourself? Not anymore. Because it's a Survivor Series, that world title will be defended in the War Games. I give it a 6-man War Games, right? We'll put CM Punk in there. CM Punk, Braun Breaker, I know people are gonna hate Jey Uso, but this is storytelling wise, right? Get Jey Uso one more shot because to me, this is gonna be his last time. You feel me? No, seriously. I think I'm done watching wrestling after John Cena. I don't know. I should be done. Because like it's the only star we had left. But this dude wants to be ass naked and butt naked on Oscars and shit. So it's like, let him be ass naked on the Oscars then, you know? But anyway, I don't care. What was I gonna say? So I think it should be CM Punk, Jey Uso, Braun Breaker. We give it 3 qualifying matches for Raw. It could be Penta versus fucking Dominic. You feel me? I'll get Penta to win. Penta can go into War Games. You feel me? Give another qualifying match for SmackDown. Drew McIntyre. No. What the hell? That's for Raw. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Another match for next. No, I'll do it for this week. 2 qualifying matches for after Saturday main event. And we got 1 more qualifying match for next week. I would say John Cena, but it's not even worth it. I would do Sheamus versus Kofi Kingston. Sheamus wins, and he'll be in the War Games. So we got Punk, Breaker, Sheamus, Penta, and Jey Uso. Last opponent, shit, what hell could it be? It could be LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. I don't give a shit. I'll just have Jimmy win. Because LA Knight will never win the world title. And we all know Jimmy's not going to win. So just give me Jimmy a shot. Because of fuck. You feel me? Him and his brother will get along. They're not going to win the title. And CM Punk will be winning that War Games. CM Punk wins the War Games. And he goes on to the Royal Rumble in a fresh feud with Braun Breaker. But for December, I might have him face... I'll face LA Knight. I'll face LA Knight. You feel me? Get a feud with LA Knight, Braun Breaker. And I was thinking about Brock Lesnar returning, right? You know what I'm saying? But like Brock Lesnar is in good shape. Y'all gotta understand, man. Brock Lesnar is in good shape. Man, for Survivor Series and dope ass storytelling, it should be NorCal versus SoCal, since it's going to be in San Diego. NorCal. So it's Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, Jey Guevara to The Rock, and South Cool, LA Knight, John Cena, The Miz, Dom, and Rey Mysterio. It's kind of interesting. They pushing Jimmy like Roman, big dog era, trying to repeat Jey Uso story. You know what's funny, right? These guys are 40. These guys are fucking 40. It's like, these guys are 40. There is no way you could try to repeat the Roman Reigns story. See, at least Roman Reigns was 30. At least he was young. He was at the age where he could start getting pushed. You feel me? You can't repeat this shit with 40-year-olds. You can't try to You can't try to repeat this shit all because he's Roman Reigns' cousin and he's related to The Rock. Like, let's be honest. Like, without being The Rock's cousin, they wouldn't make it in WWE. They would not make it in WWE. Especially Umaga. Like, Umaga would not make it. These guys would not be in the WWE. I don't care what nobody say. So the fact they're trying to do that shit, it's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. Seriously. Like I said, War Games, it should be CM Punk, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Braun Breaker, Penta, and Sheamus. CM Punk eliminates Braun Breaker at the end of the match, and he wins the world title. Feel me? That's what I'll do. I don't give a shit. Shit, I'll have Sami Zayn go out there and help CM Punk. I don't care. Just have him go out there and help CM Punk. That's his friend, right? You guys love kind of hugging and making out, right? So I'll have Sami Zayn help CM Punk and gets the vision. You feel me? I'll do Sami Zayn and Dragon Lee or AJ Styles or something. It doesn't matter. Something, right? Because since the Vision likes to jump in and do some dumb shit, right? And Bronson wants to get in there. I got something for Bronson Reed. Yobi put the fuck down. And at the beginning, I hate the beginning of every show, people walking into the arena. So fucking dumb. Yo. FHIJ. Yo. That is a big fucking problem. I don't need to see Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez walking into the arena with sunglasses on and a fucking suitcase. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see what we call it, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins walking in with the Vision. I don't need to see a 4K good looking camera effect of Dominic walking in. I don't need to see a footage of Drew McIntyre walking in the arena. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. Back then, we'll have an intro of wrestlers on the TV. You know, in the intro, joint. We'll have the intro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. And we'll have the boom, 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 boom. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. You know what I'm saying? And a wrestler come out, or maybe Vince McMahon will start the show. Penta no makeup. Like, what the fuck? I mean, yeah, man. But I mean, like I said, man, it may not be a good War Games match, but Penta is wrestling every week. At least he's wrestling every week. He deserves a world title shot. So I wouldn't, personally for me, I don't give a shit if we have CM Punk versus Penta on Raw or something. Because CM Punk is wrestling, the world title's being defended, and Penta's getting a shot because he's wrestling more than Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, our world champion. And Cody Rhodes is a fucking jobber. This guy will be on matches and on a pre-show with guys like Penta and Damian Sandow, Brodus Clay. You guys remember Brodus Clay? You know what I mean? We hardly see matches from the start of the show anymore. Thank you. Bro, that's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem. He said Codarius Rodington. Yo, D-Jax is fucking funny, bro. Like I said, he be having some dumbass videos, but that dude is hilarious. I can't hate on this dude. At least he's making money off that shit. I know he's making money off this shit. I can't hate, but it's like, dude, it sounds dumb. Codarius Rodington was very hilarious, bro. I couldn't stop laughing. Codarius Rodington. No, C-Jax is real, man. C-Jax know what he talking about. I don't give a damn. Feel me? Nobody will ever be from parts unknown ever again. No, for real, man. It's crazy how you said that too, bro, because, swear to God, no match will ever kick off the show. We're always starting off with a Paul Heyman promo, a Vision promo. Sometimes we might start off with a Rhea Ripley promo. And sometimes we'll start off, dude, on SmackDown, we'll always start off with a fucking Cody Rhodes promo. A fucking Cody Rhodes promo. Every fucking time. A Cody Rhodes promo. And I really said that too, man. Like every SmackDown, it's always a Cody Rhodes promo we gotta start with. A fucking Cody Rhodes promo. You can at least have Jay Cargill start the show off and, I don't know, beat the shit out of, I don't know, just beat up Kiana James. Real though. Alright, man, I'm about to end this live. I'll be back with another one. Peace out.